Happy Sunday. Happy 12 days of meditation, or welcome to the 12th day of 31 days of mindfulness meditation. Today's focus will be on Sacrament. That will be our intention. And I had a whole list of intentions for each day, but lately, I guess after going through each chakra has kind of changed a little bit to where I kind of wake up with oh, okay, that's the intention for you today. So with Sacrament, I guess I knew what Sacrament was kind of like a roundabout, but I still Googled it before coming on. Just because that was like the first word I heard when I woke up this morning, and I wanted to make sure I knew what it meant. And Sacrament, what makes it so special for today is usually Sundays I consider them to be sacred, and I have my practices that I do on Saturday, or not Saturday, Sundays in general, and I usually call them sacred Sundays, where I really just have the intention of like checking in with myself of like, what do I need, and making a point to commune with God or my higher self and like really sit with myself. And so with today being Sacrament, Sacrament is God's grace. And so I thought it was a beautiful way to spend Sunday with sitting with God's grace. So whenever you're ready, you can do this meditation sitting up or lying down, whichever is most comfortable for you. And just begin to tune into your breath and become aware of your body. You can close your eyes and become aware of your inhale and your exhale. Becoming aware of God's grace that flows through us each breath. Breath literally means spirit in Latin. And so with each breath, we are able to embody Spirit, God, Christ, God's grace through each breath. Simply through something we innately do, that we don't intend to do, we don't think about doing, that we are just naturally made to do to sustain life. And this lets us know that we are never apart from God's grace. We are never not in alignment with God's grace. That it is forever flowing through us. With each inhale, with each exhale. That we are forever in this divine relationship of receiving and letting go. That God is gifting us with each breath. That God is with us even when we aren't aware. But in this practice of meditation is how we get to honor and come into communion and show reverence for one of the greatest sacraments of God, our breath. Our proof that we are walking in our prayers. Our proof that God is continuously extending us grace, extending us life, expanding us, showing us what true abundance is. Giving us the opportunity to come into deeper intimacy with God. By simply taking the time to come into a practice of honoring the breath. It is a simple thank you and a gratitude for the life that flows through us. An offering of our time, our worries, our stress, and giving it to God, surrendering it. That it cannot come into this space, it cannot come into our practice because God dwells here. And this is a practice of love, a practice of ease, a practice of beauty, and what is more beautiful than simply honoring and having gratitude for the presence of breath, having gratitude for waking up today, to still be present here on earth, to still receive the gift of breath, to honor that God has kept us. That's God's love. God's love is right here in your inhale and your exhale. This is prayer. This is where we allow our thoughts to flow, to become like water. This is how we get to observe the workings of God. Because in this practice, our worries and our stress can get absolved, evaporated, in this space of peace. This gets to be a practice of worship, a practice of communion. I will give us a few moments to sit in this space of connection, of prayer, of gratitude. Whenever you're ready, come back to center. Begin to wiggle your fingers, your toes. You're going to open your eyes. And I pray that this was what you needed today. I pray that it brought you deeper into gratitude for life, gratitude for the ways that God shows up for us, gratitude for the ability to have a tool to always come back to, a tool that can't be taken, that can't be apart from you. When we tune into the breath, it is our way of utilizing the greatest tool that we have to center ourselves. That yes, prayer works. Yes, going to church, reading scripture, and doing all the things that we do to feel the presence of God. But for me, the practice of meditation is the greatest devotion, the greatest service that we have to utilize to say thank you, to show gratitude. And I think we can receive a lot from that gratitude of just, as long as we have breath, we have opportunity. As long as we have breath, it's not over. As long as we have breath, God is still working. So at the end of each meditation, I like to pull a card from this yogic path oracle deck that I have that is centered around yogic principles. And I like to pull because the yogic principles are also different tools to get back to this place, and they usually align with the meditation. So I like to pull as a confirmation and a way to further listen to whatever messages or guidance that wants to come through, or maybe a deeper message for me to sit with throughout the day. And today we got Krishna. I smile because I was just having a conversation yesterday with a friend of mine about Krishna. And it's in alignment with today's meditation too. So I will read from the book what it says. Krishna, the God of compassion and love. What does it feel like to be totally enamored, raptured, and captivated with love for the divine? This is the essence of Krishna. You have entered a time where you have realized love is something so much greater than passion between two people. Instead, it is the origin of all life, where everything blossoms, You have trusted in the greater forces of the universe, and in return, it supports you with all its encompassing arms, embracing you like stars in the sky. Continue trusting that the divine is omnipresent and that you are not only a part of the universe, but the entire universe exists inside of you. Krishna also reminds you that play is a form of prayer. There's two passages. One is upright, which the card did come up upright, but I like to read the reverse as well. It says, have you lost your trust in the divine? Do you feel like you walk alone on this path? How far you have separated from the divinity that exists inside of you. There is no part of you that is separate from the divine. Your sex, your body, even your shadow, all of it is holy and worthy of being embraced. You are a divine being placed on this planet for a specific reason, to follow your dharma, your life path. The path is winding and has many chapters, all of which are important. Acknowledge the chapter you are in and the lessons it is teaching you. Focus your intention on where you want to go, and don't forget to laugh and play along the way. I love that for us. Which, like I said, aligns with today's meditation of it is impossible to be apart from God. If God exists in our every breath, within our inhale and our exhale, that we are experiencing God and God's grace and God's love and God's abundance every time we breathe. And so, as long as we have breath, we are connected to God. As long as we are here, we are in a deep, intimate relationship with God. And so, take that with you today. And always, whenever you feel like you need God's presence or you need to know that God is with you, tune into your breath. Tune into your inhale and your exhale. And that concludes day 12 and Sacred Sunday. I pray that this blessed you today as it has blessed me. And I will be back tomorrow with day 12 of 31 days of mindfulness meditation. Bye for now.